So let's continue building this project. We are going to add this check button. You can see at the moment we don't have this. We can select the answers, but we cannot submit the answer. So we're going to add this in the index.html right after the div with the ID app. I'm gonna add a div with the class draw, close this, and then we're gonna add an anchor. So the href is going to be empty, and I'm gonna add the text check. So save this, and now you can see we have this. So we're gonna add some classes, some Bootstrap classes to display this as a button. So we're gonna add btn, btn primary, and you can use any class that you want, primary, secondary, danger. Bootstrap has several classes for buttons. Then btn lg, and finally I'm gonna add some separation to the top by adding a margin top of 5 rems, 5. So this is going to display the check right here. And you can use again a Bootstrap class to display the button wherever you want. You can see this one is center, so you can use justify content, and this is going to display the button to the right, or you can add display center. So this is going to display this on the center. It's up to you. I'm gonna display this on the center like this. And finally, we're gonna add an ID. So we're gonna add the ID, and we're gonna check answer. So let me select this, and we're gonna open the quiz.js. And here on the top, we have this add event listener for DOM content loaded. So we're gonna add event listeners. So we're gonna add a new function that is called event listeners, and this is going to be equals to a function. And I'm gonna add document.querySelector. And since this is only one element, we're gonna use query selector. We're gonna use the ID and check answers, and then we're gonna add an event listener, which is going to be click, and this is going to execute a function that is called validate answer. Validate answer like this. So when the user clicks in this button, it's going to run this function. So we need to create this. So let me scroll to the bottom, and let me add a comment. Checks if the answer is correct. Correct. And one answer is selected. So let me add the name of the function. This is going to be an arrow function, and let me add a console log, and let me add you click the button, something like this, just to make sure that everything is working. So you can click here, you can see how you click the button. So you can see when you click here, it's going to add this active class. So right here, we're going to check for that active class. We're going to add if document.querySelector, and this is going to return only one element, the first element. So in case that someone wants to try active class in all the different answers, well, document query selector is going to check only for one answer. And we're going to add questions and then active. So in case that this exists, this means that the user at least select one question. So let me add a comment that says everything is fine. Check if the answer is correct or not. And here on the else statement, this is going to be an error. The user didn't select anything. You can console log the value right here, console log an error, just to make sure that everything is working. So for example, let me open the console, and you can see I'm not going to select anything, and I'm going to click here on check, and you can see we have error. If you click here and you check, nothing is going to happen because we don't have anything here. But we're going to display the warning, this message that we have here. Please select one answer. So we're going to remove this, and we're going to start writing this code. So first I'm going to create a new error div. And this is going to be a new div. So let me add a document.createElement. And this is going to be a div. Then we're going to add some classes. So Bootstrap provides several classes that you can use to display an alert like this one. So we can add class list.add, and we're going to add alert, which is a Bootstrap class, and also alert danger, which is going to display this with this red color that you can see here. And finally, let me add the last class for this is going to be called MD6, which is going to make this alert a little smaller. So then we need to add some text. We're going to add error div, text content, and it's going to be equals to please select one answer. Finally, we're going to add const questions div, which is going to be the parent of all the questions. So if you take a look here, let me inspect the code right here. You can see we have these questions. So we're going to inject the alert into this div, so we need to select this. So it's going to be document.querySelector again, and we're going to use a dot questions. So let me select the questions div to insert the alert. So we're going to use this div, and we're going to append child the error. So we're going to add error div right here. So now you can save this again, and you can click here on check, and it's going to display, should be this one. Click here on check, and it's going to display the alert. And you can see the alert is going to be there. It's going to be displayed forever, so we need to remove that. So let me add a comment that says remove the error. And we're going to add a set timeout. So let me add set timeout. After 3 seconds, we're going to remove that class. Let me add a document.querySelector. And we're going to select alert danger, which is one of the classes that we added previously. And then we're going to add dot remove. So this is going to remove this after 3 seconds. So you can change this number if you want. And then I'm going to click here on check. You can see we have the alert, and after 3 seconds, the alert is gone. So in the next video, we're going to write the code for the first part of this if statement. We're going to check if the answer that the user has selected is the correct answer. So let's continue working in the next video.